Caution is out with less than 10 laps to go. Don't spill that wine. That's the song in the background. How about do or don't make that pit stop? Menard is going to do it. After losing the lead to Kenny Shepard, Paul Menard is going to come in and pit. Dick Berggren.
Well, we were talking about the indecision of pitting just before this, Mike, and he had said before they decided not to pit at that point that the car was very squirrely. A few moments ago, he came on the radio and said that he thought the right rear was down to the cords. And as a result, here he comes. Menard go to pit and take 2 tires and, strangely enough, fuel this late in the game.
Well, that will put him 15th on the restart.
And it will be a down finger restart. I mean, all of our restarts here on road courses are single file, but it'll be down finger, which means only lead lap cars to the front of the line. But that's still going to be a long ways to go in a short time to get there. Just remember, they can only change 2 tires under caution, so he'll change those right side tires, a little bit of fuel, and he's away.
Now, what he's got to hope for is some cars up front have trouble, get another quick caution, maybe take advantage of getting those late tires. 2 tires late here.
Well, Darrell, it sounds like more of a safety issue than a competitive issue. If he feels he's out of right side tires,
well, in 10 laps to go is a long way yet. So if you're down to the cords, you wouldn't finish anyway. So it probably could turn out to be a great move.
There's Frank Moronsky. There's rather than 13 going back out, Paul Menard. And here's Dick.
Well, here's the tire that came off Menard's right rear, Mike, and you can see it's not down to the cords. These are inspection holes. As long as you can still see those holes, there's still some tread left. This thing has just used up its usable life. There's still tread, just doesn't work very well anymore.
What he's done, he's cooked it. I mean, all that hard driving, and he's just it's gone through several cycles here of caution flags, and it just quit working for him. Felt like it was down to the cords.
That has to be a challenge for these teams to be able to just change one side, 2 tires, because remember, these are bi-supply tires, and the growth of them will change with air pressure. So you put just one side on, it really changes the stagger, the difference from one side to the other when you change it just 2 tires.
We'll see how it plays out when we come back with less than 10 laps to go in the Snap-on Tools Jelly Belly 200. Welcome back to Sonoma. A lot of young guns, 19 and 20-year-olds on the Featherlite Southwest Series Tour. A lot of young guns here looking on. Some at speed, some at rest. This field is going to be at speed when they come back around and take the green flag. Dick Berggren.
What a day it would be for Kenny Shepard, car number 9, currently leading if he could win this race. He has run the last 9 events here at Infineon Speedway, used to be called Sears Point. He has finished 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Never won here. He was 2nd by a foot to Ken Peterson here in '98. In year 2000, he led lots and lots of laps, broke a trailing arm on the white flag lap. Shepard has knocked on the door often. He's got to close the deal today, Mike.
Kenny Shepard, the leader, as we get set to go back to green. Eric Holmes, Jim Englebright, Troy Ermish, Todd Souza, and then our points leader, number 19, Eddie McKean. The other lead lap cars, Sean Woodside, the 75 of Vince Little, Ledbetter, Germoni, Harold, Metcalf, Joanides, Kraus, and Menard.
Darrell, like you mentioned earlier, Kenny Shepard, he needs to be careful not to spin those tires on this restart. Be very gentle with the throttle.
We know he's definitely got the fastest car. He just needs to keep it on course, bring this thing home, close the deal, as Dick said.
7 laps to go.
Got a car smoking pretty heavily going down in the turn 1 there and up the hill, but
Troy Ermish, who was 4th.
Looks like it stopped. Could have just been loaded up. Sometime the engine will load up a little bit on a restart like that. Riding around under caution. I saw something fly up in the air over there. It looked like a piece of metal, almost like a belt off a dry sump pump. If it is that, we'll know it very shortly.
Yes.
We'll know where it came from.
7 to go, and Holmes is hanging tough with Kenny Shepard.
He sure is. He's knocking on the door. I'm not going to let him just drive off.
Jim Englebright, that yellow 20 car, he's back there lurking.
The thing about Kenny Shepard, when you've been as close as he has, the number of times he has here, you start hearing things and feeling things, and you even adjust your driving style. We got a car around up in the S's, 81. But he looks okay. He's going to get it cranked up.
Scott Lynch, the Yerf dog, number 81, back on track. No caution. Now up front, Englebright is right there looking pretty racy. Boy, after the problems earlier.
Sure don't want to count that cat out. Englebright's car looks mighty, mighty strong right now there. He's closing up.
And around went the number 5.
We're going to have to
Joe Harrell.
We're going to get that bale of tires out of the middle of the racetrack.
And yellow is out.
Yeah, that big bale of tires, they're going to have to move those.
I mean, Joe Harrell had moved up in the top 10. Now they're the points leader. The 19 car.
Eddie McKean spinning there with the number 75 of Vince Little. Now those are lead lap cars.
19 was running 5th.
So all this plays into the hands of Paul Menard, who took the restart green flag 15th. Racing back.
Trying to get a nose underneath of
Eric
Holmes there. Holmes gave him a little wave and said, hey, bud, caution's out. Take it easy.
All they have is a gentleman's agreement about staying in line. But right now, these guys know that it's close to the end, so the gentleman's agreement's out the window.
And they got that big pile of tires right in the middle of turn 11 to deal with. Here they come. Ermish 4th. Sean Woodside's now up to 5th. Here they come into the final corner, racing for the yellow.
Englebright on the outside, the 20 car. Had to go around the tires and Joe Harrell's 5 car.
Bang.
They're banging into each other here. And I got to believe Kenny Holmes better hope that the 20 car doesn't beat. Yikes. That could be trouble for Kenny Holmes. Or for Kenny Shepard. Because Englebright's car looks awfully quick.
Let's look at the spin that brought out this caution. Eddie McKean in the 19 with the 75.
Coming up the top of the hill there. Cars get real loose. Coming there pretty fast. Heavy braking. And you can get the back end around real easy. And that guy's, I think that was probably some contact that caused the other car to spin. That's what happens. You see a car. You're coming up the hill. You see a car spinning. You check up. The guy behind you, he's still coming up the hill. He can't see. He runs into the back of you.
I tell you who this caution was a big break for. We'll look at this right here. This was Joe Harrell hitting those tires. There you see Paul Menard, the 13 car. I was just fixing to talk about him. That was one of the downsides of pitting, being back in the field. But even though it's still going to be not many laps to get to the front, those fresh right side tires, he's up to 10th position.
Menard turned that 5 car. I think what happened, Menard came down that corner so hot that the 5 car, he got in the back of him, spun him around.
So we're under caution once again. This race cannot end under caution.
Sucker's getting sighting, ain't it?
Sure is.